Let's move on to Ryan Wiley.
No, Ben, we have to play all of Wild Bill's video because otherwise we'd be taking him out of context. What if he says something at the end? What if at the end of the video he says, all that shit I just said, I was just kidding, guys? You know? What if he did that?
Yeah. Yeah, we'd be taking him out of context.
That's why our show is not to be taken seriously.
TJ, let's walk out and protest when we see Ryan Wiley.
No. Ryan Wiley
walk out and protest,
is relevant
TJ.
to the show this time.
Nonsense.
And this video is actually directed towards TJ.
Neat.
Oh, okay, good. Never mind. Let's watch it.
So the Amazing Atheist suggested that the Like a Girl campaign is about female oppression.
Pause. All right. Go ahead.
What?
I just needed a break for a second.
Oh, okay. You needed like a 10-second break.
It's like when you dip a toe in the pool before you jump in, so you kind of know what you're getting into.
This pool is too cold.
That's the same principle here, you know.
Or like an anal sex scene.
Right.
Only the tip. Only the tip.
You know, I don't like when I make a clean analogy and then someone else has to make the dirty one.
Sorry, TJ.
I'm off my
Get used to it.
I'm off my game.
Yes.
She's like, what's going on here?
And right from the start, we have our first straw man. That was not what the ad was about. I mean, did you watch it?
Did you
it's about
watch it?
cultural attitudes and the fact that if we tell women when they're growing up to become teens, perhaps if they're inferior at certain things, they might not grow up and might view themselves in a negative way.
Pause.
Might, maybe could
Maybe it could. I don't know. It could do this. There's no evidence it does, but it could. What do you think, Mercedes Carrera?
Even though I can't spell your last name.
That's all right. It doesn't matter.
You idiot, TJ.
Nothing matters in this universe.
Right.
Well, I mean,
including culture, correct?
Well, I'm a minority female who grew up in poverty, so I'm going to talk to that. And I'd like to know why it's always privileged white dudes who want to talk for me. Like, I figured shit out just fine. Everything's fine. You know what? Some of us...
Listen.
You need this tool.
Shut up. You don't understand.
You need this tool to explain it to you.
You don't even understand how fucking oppressed you are right now, okay?
Yeah.
Brainwashed by the patriarchy. Brainwashed.
Oh, no, I like to oppress myself. I renamed my Hitachi patriarchy and my dildo misogyny, so while I internalize my misogyny, I like to oppress myself with patriarchy.
That's awesome.
That's good.
I saw you tweet that, so I already knew where you were going, but...
but give it away.
It is funny, though.
It is funny. I hadn't heard it yet.
Legitimately very funny.
No, because fuckers like that are always telling me that I don't know how to women.
Yeah, you're so stupid at that.
Really stupid.
You woman wrong as fuck, dude. You don't even know what you're doing.
Bro. Come on. Gotta do it properly.
Don't you fucking know how to woman? Come on.
I'm so bad at womaning that I make men pay to do things that other feminists give away for free. I'm a bad woman.
Yeah, you exploit men, if anything. You're bad.
Men are just sexual objects.
I do. I objectictify them too, and I make them send me dick pictures.
You're a
matriarchy.
Yeah. The matriarchy has us. We're now the Meninist podcast.
No, it's totally true because you guys you have to pay for porn and you have to pay for dates. Yeah.
I don't pay for shit. He
steals everything. He goes to the store, just loads his car
I don't even need porn anymore. All I need is a thought bubble above my head and a hand.
TJ can't watch porn videos because he doesn't like the sounds.
I don't like hearing humans make noises. I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean that goes for just people talking and everything, though. I mean, I don't like to hear human beings making sounds. I much prefer solitude in my own company.
What about the sounds of animals? Does that do it for you?
No. I don't. If I had my choice, I would live in a very quiet world, honestly, which is strange because I'm such a loud person.
Yeah.
But that's all I want to hear is my own voice, really.
Yeah.
At least
just echoing back.
At least you're honest, TJ.
Honestly, it'd be best if I lived in a place with a good echo, so that every time I said something, I could hear it again.
Live in a cave.
Yeah.
TJ.
That's why all the wisest men in history had to go live in a cave for a while.
I'm gonna finish Ryan's video so he doesn't complain that we never finished it.
Never finished it.
He looks like he's trying to suck a dick
Ben.
from the side.
No idea where this oppression thing came in. Oppression wasn't mentioned at all, but hey, if you can argue whatever your opponent wants you to, well, it's real easy. Hands a straw man.
Okay,
hold
on.
Good word.
That's a straw man.
So, I mean, oppression wasn't mentioned explicitly in the ad, but it was pretty implied that, like, these girls,
Which ad was it again, just to give a little context to it?
It was the Super Bowl ad for the Like a Girl ad.
Yeah, Like a Girl. Okay.
Basically, they show little girls, I don't know, older.
It's like throw like a girl.
Older girls and boys,
Yeah.
and they say, do this like a girl, do that like a girl, and they do it like really ninny-ish, and then they show younger girls, and they do it with way more enthusiasm and vigor, and therefore we're supposed to infer that society has, stamped them with this horrible like a girl label, and it's, stifling their potential and blah, blah, blah. But obviously, when you look at the facts of our society, the potential of women is not being stifled in most respects. And that was the point. And he's about to talk about the wage gap. I guess I can let him do it before I refute what he's saying. But
sure.
TJ. But I mean, what does TJ use to suggest that women aren't oppressed? And overall, I think that's a loaded word. But what does TJ say? Well, he says women live longer. Yes. Women commit less suicide. Men graduate from high school less, and more women are going to college. And the wage gap all but disappears when you control for education. Now, let me say a little bit about the wage gap, because
Go ahead.
TJ decided
that wasn't
to
the only
leave two
control, but
sources
that's fine.
for that claim. One was PolitiFact, and the other, I believe, was the Washington Post or something similar. Now, both of those sources are talking about the president's statement that women earn 70 cents for the same job.
77 cents.
This is
All
not...
right, hold on. So I already know what he's about to say. He's about to say, oh, well, those articles said that there are wage gaps in certain industries, and that when you don't account for the, gaps in employment, like, women aren't all, there's certain industries where men are more represented, and women are more, certain industries where women are more represented. And, when you factor all that into account, then you can come up with an overall wage gap, but there's no wage gap between women doing the same work. And that's the figure that feminists always trot out and say, this is the wage gap. Women make 70 cents to the dollar for what a man would make, and for doing the exact same work. And that is the wage gap. Now, if they presented it honestly and said, women are underemployed in certain high-paying jobs, and in other jobs there is a slight wage gap, then that would actually be true, and you could say, okay, well, that's a problem, we can address it. But that's not how the wage gap is presented, and so the wage gap, as you present it, Ryan Wiley, is false, and fuck you.